Okay, I know we're all learning here, but I'm gonna try to make this as simple as possible. This is a requested video from this chica right here. I am so excited to do this video, but I do want to preface that I just did my nails 3 days ago. So this is just how I do my polygel right now. So it might not be the best, but I think I got down the basic steps and tips to do it. So I wanted to show you guys. So let's get into it. Okay, so I don't know what I'm gonna name this hand yet, but I almost sold it because I was like, oh, I don't need it. And then I did polygel on myself, so I'm not able to do polygel on my hand for this demo. So I'm going to be using my practice hand here. Here are my polygel nails. Right now, I tried to do like a more round shape, and I think I did pretty good. There's definitely some stuff that I could work on, but for the most part, I think I have it down. And I'm also doing this with a form and not the dual forms that it comes with most of the time. So this actually came with the hand, so that's what I'm using. Also, another thing that's a little different about fingers, like these fingers, than mine, is that you can see literally my extension is the same as this, so it is a little bit on the longer side and not realistic side, but that's okay. Okay, so if you're doing this on a natural nail, I'm gonna do everything that I would do on a natural nail. Let me put some gloves on. To prep the natural nail, you're gonna want to use a fine sanding band. I'm going to go ahead and buff the top, buff the surface. Pull this down. And when I do this, I go around the cuticle line and then over the whole thing. After doing that, I would then use like a dehydrator and things, but I don't want to waste product on a fake hand, so I'm using this alcohol wipe just to wipe away the dust. And now for the fun part, I'm using McCart's nail extension gel, which is polygel or hybrid gel, whatever you want to call it. This is what it looks like. This was $10 on Amazon. And I actually use this for a lot of other things as well, but using it for polygel was just really nice. I also like clear because I can take off the polish on top and not have to worry about there being a color on the bottom when I go to change out designs or whatever. I'm first going to add a form to the nail. And you basically, this is so unrealistic, because this would really be on, this should be on like the tip like this, but because the finger isn't until like back here, we're just gonna have to do that. So I'm gonna kind of pinch around the tip of the nail. And because I'm just gonna go for a stiletto. I'm gonna really pinch it at the top. Yeah, that's wild because this is this like length of the nail that I added to myself. If you have longer forms, it should be easier to make a longer nail, but we're gonna do the best we can with this. So the first thing I do is take my polygel and I'm going to put this down here, and I'm going to basically take a bead by squeezing it out of the tube, and I'm using a cuticle pusher, but they have like nail spatulas that you can use, but I'm just gonna take that out and place it onto the tip of the nail like so. And I'm gonna place my little spatula thing on the wipe just to get it out of the way and to make sure that it doesn't get on my desk and everywhere. Okay, so I'm now gonna take a little dish like this and add some rubbing alcohol. You can use like they like sell slip solution, but I kind of think it's kind of a waste because this works just as well. So I'm also using a McCart brush. I got this off of Amazon in a pack, so here are 3 others, but I think it was a pack of 10. And what I'm gonna do is dip my brush into that slip solution, or in my case, alcohol, and just let it kind of drip out onto the paper towel. And then right now I'm building that tip out. So I'm making sure that it goes all the way around the nail. So from sidewall to sidewall, making sure that the polygel is touching everywhere. And this on my nail would have been plenty to build out the tip, but because we're on a bigger nail, it was not. So that's okay. You're just gonna grab another bead and add it to that tip. And again, just adding more to that slip solution, and you're just building it out. I feel like this is still not enough, but we're gonna, well, it might be. I'm just trying to build this out as far as I can to get the shape there. So I wish that I did have a different color because it would be a little easier to see, but hopefully you're getting the gist of it. So you're really making sure you're going sidewall to sidewall. Oop, okay, you don't want to move it, but that's coming off. Yeah, I definitely am gonna have to get some better forms. But once I get this how I need it, I can actually remove the form and start shaping from there. Okay, so I promise that this video is not sponsored, but I'm also using my McCart lamp. So we're just gonna go ahead and do this for, 60 seconds. And I would recommend not taking this off right away, but because it's just slipping off and kind of messing up my design, my nail, I'm gonna go ahead and take it off. So now I'm gonna build the apex, which is basically going to smooth out from the top of the nail to the end. And can I turn this? Yes. Okay, you can see it's not structured at all. So it's the tip is all the way low down here. So basically we're gonna make a smooth transition from the nail to the tip. So just like that, huge glob. Again, y'all, this is my second time doing this. I used to do this with dual forms, so I haven't really ever built out a nail, but it's all good. So I now am just building it around and building that apex, pulling it down, and building a little bit more structure. ahead into that cuticle, because I did actually use a lot more than necessary. I just wanted to make sure that it was good. Okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and cure it, moving all of my gel stuff out of the way. And cure for 60 seconds, and I'll be right back. Okay, so what I'm realizing that I should have done was actually clip down the nail. So maybe I'll do another one and speed it up, just kind of to show you. But now I'm gonna take my alcohol wipe. Ooh, and the nail's coming off. I'm gonna take an alcohol wipe just to get that off, and then the sticky layer, and then I'm gonna file it to shape it. Okay, so right off the bat, you're seeing this like lump right here. Again, y'all, this is not like I've been doing this for years. So this is just how I've learned and how I'm just gonna continue to practice, but I did want to show you. So there's this lump right here. I'm going to go back in with my e-file. I can use a coarse sanding band, which my coarse ones are white, so it's having a hard time focusing. But there's this, and then I also have this gold one that I got from my local nail supply shop that is actually a shaping bit. It's meant to help shape the nail. So I'm just gonna use this one for now. Okay, so here is the nail. I think that it is shaped pretty well. I just really realized how much that I should have cut it, because the lump is really coming from the nail underneath. And if I were to go any more, I would probably break the tip off. So, but I mean, y'all, for a second timer, that is pretty good. Here's it with a clear tip, and it's from a sidewall. It's a sidewall, so you don't have any, like, there's nothing. Can you imagine breaking a client's finger like this? It's sidewall to sidewall, so it's not like this random point at the top. It is touching all sides and is growing out nice and naturally. So I'm using Madame Glam's. This is Heart Glow. I wish that I could have thought of a good Valentine's Day set to do with this, because that glitter, look how pretty. And that is nail number one. I'm actually gonna go ahead and do the middle finger as well, where I clip the tip off, so that way I can compare to see if it looks better, and then maybe I can do a different shape. So, but that's what this one looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and cure it, top coat it, and then we'll get started on this one. So we are at number 2, and I'm snipping the tip off of this nail to see if this is gonna work a little bit better. So everything's gonna be the same. I'm also just gonna use my rough bit since it's on. Wiping that dust off, and yeah, so that looks a lot better, and it looks like it's gonna work a little bit better, but I'm still kind of, I don't know. these forms still aren't the best. So I'm going to put the form on, and yeah, so that is more like it, even though it still kind of went all the way under the nail, but that's more of what you're looking for. And then I'm actually going to use this to see if that helps. And this time I kind of want to just do a square, so I'm not going to form it all the way around. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do it, but that's how I'm doing it right now because I don't know another way. I've had these glitters from Michaels forever and I have not been able to use them, so I'm going to use them now. But I'm just gonna sprinkle it on there. And then I will dust it off the parts that don't get touched up there. There's probably a better way to do that, but we're just learning one technique at a time, okay? Okay, and now I'm just gonna dust it off a little bit. And I'm actually going to go ahead and just take this off so you can see what I have done. So again, turning to the side, you're seeing the lump and you're basically wanting to disguise this lump from where the tip is to where you put your form. Just wiping off that stickiness. I don't know if, you know, that's something you're supposed to do or not. I just find that it helps. And this time I'm going to use the metal bit. Wow. The metal bit, if it focuses. And yeah. So this is what I'm going to use to shape it. And I actually prefer this because I feel like, one, it creates less dust, and it also is a lot smoother. Okay, and so since doing this, I can see that I didn't get the gel all the way onto the side here. So that would probably be an issue later down the road if this was a client or if this was myself, because this could break away from the natural nail, and then you'd have this snag in your nail. So you want to make sure that it's all the way down. It also is, you know, like a huge nail, so I'm not too worried about it, but I'm gonna go in and shape it so it's not so, I want it to be like a perfect square. Okay, and now this is what that nail looks like. She's cute, she's pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe it down so you can see the encapsulated portion. And honestly, I probably could just leave it like that. But I'm not going to, for the sake of this video. Okay, so here are 2 nails. I think that they turned out really good. I definitely, if you have a practice hand, which I honestly super duper recommend, if you're going to be doing acrylic or polygel, or you really just want to practice doing designs on another person, because sometimes that really does help, I really recommend a hand. I think this one came off of Amazon and it was $20. Came with a bunch of these extra tips, like these just pop right off. So which I like, because I will throw these in to my bucket of nails because they're beautiful. But I definitely recommend clipping the tip off. So instead of doing it like how I did on the first one, extra long like this, I clipped it down on the second one, and it made it more realistic and definitely easier to do. So I really like how this square nail turned out. But here are the 2 nails. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that it helped you out in any way, shape, or form. I think that the nails turned out pretty good, but let me know what you think in the comments. Remember to stay cozy and to keep your nails fancy, and I will see you in the next one.